The digestive system. The digestive system consists of a group of organs whose function is to break down food in order to provide the molecules necessary for cells to function. It consists of the digestive tract, comprising the oral cavity, pharynx, esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine, and anus. Accessory digestive organs equals teeth, tongue, gallbladder, digestive glands, salivary glands, liver and pancreas. Oral cavity. The oral cavity is bounded by, forward, through both lips. At the top, through the palatal vault and the soft palate, which separate it from the nasal cavities. At the bottom, through the floor of the mouth. On the sides, on both cheeks. The oral cavity opens at the back into the pharynx. The oral cavity contains two organs, teeth language. Functions. The functions of the oral cavity are as follows. Ingestion, tasting, chewing. The digestive process begins thanks to enzymes contained in saliva. Swallowing. Teeth. Teeth are hard organs whose role is to grind down the food we eat. Structure. A tooth is made up of four substances: the pulp, the central part of the tooth containing the blood vessels and nerves. Dentin or ivory, an extremely hard, innervated outer layer that makes up the bulk of the tooth. Enamel, located above the crown, it covers the dentine. The cementum is located at the root and covers it. Anatomy. A tooth consists of three parts: root, embedded in the tooth sockets of both jaws, it is covered with cementum. Crown, emerges from the alveolus and is covered with enamel. Cervix, between the root and the crown. Classification. Four types of teeth: incisor, a cutting tooth that cuts canine, a pointed crown used for tearing premolar, flat crown with two cusps that crush food. Molar, flat crown with four cusps used for grinding. Dentures. During their lifetime, humans have two successive sets of teeth: primary dentition, consisting of 20 teeth, temporary and incomplete. Permanent dentition, comprising 32 teeth, permanent and complete. Primary teeth, 20 teeth that appear between the ages of 6 months and 3 years, 8 incisors, 6 to 10 months. 4 canine teeth, between 28 and 30 months. 8 premolars, 24 to 26 months. Permanent teeth, 32 teeth that replace the milk teeth between the ages of 6 and 25. 8 incisors, 6 to 10 years old. 4 canines, 10 to 12 years. 8 premolars, aged 9 to 12. 12 molars, aged 6 to 25. Language. Muscle mass in the oral cavity. Oval with a large posterior end. Occupying most of the oral cavity. The mechanism for mixing food with saliva and forming a compact mass, the bolus. It also helps with swallowing and speech. But its main function is taste perception, thanks to its taste receptors known as taste buds. External configuration. The tongue consists of two parts: fixed part, root, base. Moving part, body. The language to be described: two sides, top, back, and bottom. Two side edges, root, base, and apex, tip. The upper surface is pink, moist, and has taste buds distributed across different areas of the tongue. There are 4 distinct regions: the cup-shaped papillae. There are 12 of them, forming the lingual V, the fungiform papillae, scattered across the tip. Filiform taste buds, located on either side of the median groove. The foliate taste buds, located on the sides and back of the tongue. Each group of taste buds is responsible for a specific type of taste: bitter, taste buds on the lingual V, acid, taste buds on the sides. Sweet, taste buds at the tip. Salted, papillae at the apex and along the edges. 3 pairs of salivary glands continuously secrete saliva. They are located outside the oral cavity, but release their secretions into it via their ducts. Parotid glands, the largest, located in front of the ear. Submandibular, along the lower jaw. Sublingual, under the tongue. The average daily saliva volume is 1.5 liters of saliva per day. Pharynx. Definition: the pharynx is a muscular and membranous passageway connecting the mouth and esophagus on the one hand, and the nasal cavities and larynx on the other. This is where the airways and the digestive tract meet. Composition: the pharynx is divided into 3 sections. Nasopharynx extends from the nasal cavities. Oropharynx, the junction between the airways and the digestive tract. Laryngopharynx connects the larynx and the pharynx. The esophagus. It is a muscular membranous tube 25 cm long and 2 cm wide that connects the pharynx to the stomach. It passes through the diaphragm via the esophageal hiatus. It opens into the stomach via the cardia sphincter. In the esophagus, mucus is secreted to facilitate the passage of food, and peristaltic contractions occur. The stomach. The stomach is a pouch, reservoir, where the food bolus undergoes chemical breakdown into a creamy paste known as chyme. The stomach follows on from the esophagus and connects to the small intestine. It is located in the left hypochondrium and the epigastrium. The stomach is shaped like a J, 25 cm long, 10 to 12 cm wide, 8 to 9 cm deep. Anatomy. The stomach consists of 2 surfaces, 2 edges, 2 openings and 3 sections. 2 faces: posterior surface, anterior surface. 2 holes: cardia, the upper opening at the junction with the esophagus pylorus, the lower opening into which the duodenum of the small intestine open. 2 edges: slight curve, straight edge, high curvature, left edge. 3 portions: fundus or greater curvature, the upper portion next to the cardia, forming a dome-shaped bulge. Body, medium section. Pyloric antrum, the lower portion that narrows to form the pyloric canal, which ends at the pylorus. Small intestine. The small intestine is a long tube, approximately 6 meters long and 2 centimeters in diameter, which connects the stomach, at the pylorus, to the large intestine. Duodenum, the fixed initial section following the pylorus of the stomach, measuring 25 centimeters in length. The duodenum is where the bile ducts, common bile duct, and pancreatic ducts, Santorini duct, join. Jejunum, a flexible middle section extending from the duodenum to the ileum, measuring 2.5 meters in length. Ileum, the mobile terminal section that follows the jejunum and connects to the large intestine, measuring 3.6 meters in length. Composition: peritoneum, muscular layer, mucosal layer, secretion of intestinal juice, water plus mucus plus enzymes. In this structure, there are numerous deep folds, each 1 centimeter wide, known as connivent valves. The connivent valves contain intestinal villi. Intestinal villi, small projections of the mucous membrane, approximately 1 millimeter in length, containing blood capillaries, responsible for nutrient absorption. The intestinal villi contain microvilli. Microvilli, a brush-like border containing digestive enzymes. Large intestine, colon. The large intestine is a tube approximately 1.5 meters long and 8 centimeters in diameter, which follows on from the small intestine and ends at the rectum. Anatomy: the large intestine consists of 6 parts. Cecum, the initial section of the large intestine, into which the ileum of the small intestine opens. Ascending colon, follows on from the cecum, runs vertically up the right side of the abdomen to just below the liver, and turns to the left, forming the right colic angle, or hepatic angle. Transverse colon, follows on from the ascending colon and begins at the hepatic flexure. It crosses the abdomen from right to left, from the liver to the spleen, and descends to form the left colic flexure, or splenic flexure. Descending colon, begins at the splenic flexure, and runs down the left side of the abdomen to the iliac crest. Sigmoid colon, follows on from the descending colon. It is mobile, detaches from the lateral wall of the abdomen, and is S-shaped. Rectum, the final section of the digestive tract, which consists of 2 parts, rectal ampulla, the dilated upper section following the sigmoid colon. Anal canal, narrowed lower section. Peritoneum. The peritoneum is a serous membrane that lines the digestive organs, the abdomen and the pelvis, and forms a virtual space known as the peritoneal cavity. The peritoneum consists of 2 layers. Parietal lobe lines the walls of the abdominal pelvic cavity. Visceral layer covers the digestive organs. Accessory digestive organs. The liver. Ovoid in shape with a large right lobe and reddish-brown in color, the liver is the largest gland in the body and is located in the right upper quadrant. Comprising 2 lobes, right and left, each of which consists of 4 segments. The liver is enclosed in a capsule. The lobes contain hepatic lobules made up of hepatocytes. The liver has a dual blood supply. Internal blood supply, hepatic artery, oxygen-rich arterial blood. Hepatic veins that drain into the inferior vena cava. External blood supply, placed in a shunt to filter blood from the digestive circulation, portal system, hepatic portal vein, venous blood from the digestive organs. Superior hepatic veins, which drain into the inferior vena cava. Functions. Bile production. Bile is a slightly alkaline fluid composed of water, bile acids, which help digest fats, and fat-soluble vitamins, bile pigments. Bilirubin equals a breakdown product of hemoglobin, and cholesterol. Production by hepatocytes of 500 milliliters to 1 liter per day of bile, which is continuously produced, stored in the gallbladder, and released into the small intestine. Detoxification function, filtration, and processing of venous blood from the digestive system. Breakdown of numerous chemical compounds to purify the plasma, medicines, alcohol, etc. Metabolic functions. Carbohydrates play a role in glycogen synthesis, storing glucose as glycogen, to maintain blood glucose levels. Regulation occurs via insulin, a blood sugar-lowering hormone, and glucagon, a blood sugar-raising hormone. Lipids, synthesis of structural lipids, storage lipids, and cholesterol. Proteins, synthesis of numerous proteins, albumin, fibrinogen, prothrombin, etc. Prothrombine. Stockage du fer. The gallbladder. It is a sac that collects bile, located beneath the liver. Shaped like an elongated pear, with a bulging base, a body and a neck, or bowl. It is 7 to 8 centimeters long and 3 centimeters wide. The pancreas. The pancreas is elongated in shape, measuring 15 centimeters in length and weighs 70 g. It consists of 3 parts: a head, a body and a tail. The head, which is the widest part, and is flanked by the duodenum. The body is horizontal and is connected to the head by a narrow section, the pancreatic isthmus. The tail is the narrowest part, and is located behind the stomach, near the spleen. The pancreas is a mixed gland, exocrine and endocrine, producing pancreatic juice, which it releases into the duodenum, aiding digestion and regulating, through its endocrine secretion, insulin and glucagon, in sugar metabolism. Functions of the digestive system. The digestive system has 6 essential functions, which are: ingestion. Food must be placed in the mouth before it can be processed. This active and deliberate process is known as ingestion. Propulsion. Since food has to be processed by more than one digestive organ, it must move through the digestive tract. This is achieved by peristalsis. The involuntary propulsive mechanism consists of a series of waves of contraction and relaxation in the muscles lining the digestive tract. It serves to move food from one organ to another. Mechanical digestion prepares food for breakdown by enzymes. It involves a number of physical processes, including mixing by the tongue, grinding by the teeth, churning of food in the stomach, and segmentation in the small intestine. Chemical digestion. This is a series of processes by which large molecules are broken down into their basic components. Chemical digestion is carried out by enzymes. Absorption is the process by which digested food passes from the lumen of the digestive tract into the blood or lymph. Before being absorbed, digested food must enter the cells of the digestive mucosa via transport mechanisms. The main site of absorption is the small intestine. Defecation is the expulsion of indigestible or undigested substances through the anus.